Are you ready to sculpt your core? Join me for an intermediate reformer abs workout that will leave you feeling the burn. Hi everyone, it's Reed and welcome back to Atlantis Fitness and Pilates. As always, timestamps will be in the description below, and if you enjoy the free workouts, be sure to subscribe for more. Now, let's get started. For today, all you'll need is a light dumbbell. I recommend anywhere between 3 to 10 pounds. And we're gonna start with our kneeling abs. So set your dumbbell down. Let's put on one red spring and then we're gonna make your way to kneeling for a warm up. I want your knees right behind your shoulder blocks. Your hands are gonna come out onto the frame here. Remember, you wanna be in that nice tabletop position. So hips right over your knees, hands underneath your shoulders. We're gonna start by pulling with our shoulders. Big exhale as you pull yourself forward, then inhale as you release back. And again, it's not a huge movement. If you do want to increase your range of motion, when you come back next, let's walk those hands out a little bit further. Again, big exhale as you pull forward and release back. Last one. And all the way back down. Good. Sit back for a quick moment. Give those hands a little shake out. Next, we're going to be moving from our hips. We're going to come back into that same 4-point position again. This time I do want your shoulders right over your wrist. We're going to exhale and tuck our knees up underneath us and then slowly release back. And you'll know if you're doing this right when you look down to the floor. It should not be moving. If it is moving, that means you're still pulling with your shoulders. One more. And release all the way back. Again, sit back, shake out those wrists. I know this is a lot on the wrists to start. I promise after this we'll switch and do something without our wrist. So next variation, we're gonna go back to our shoulder movement, but this time from a 3-point position. So I want both hands over on that left side of your reformer. We're gonna pull forward using our shoulders and upper body. As you do, look around to the foot bar and then slowly release, look back down to your hands. If this is still fine on spring, you could stay there. If you do, you could always go down to a blue if it's a little too challenging. Good, we have 3 more. 3. Last one here. And release again. Sit back, give those hands a little shake out. And then what we do to one side, we've got to do to the other. So when you feel ready, again, back into that modified tabletop. So both hands over to that right side. And again, we're pulling with our shoulders. Look around to that foot bar and then release, look back to your hands. And here, notice my knees were staying right under my hips the entire time. One more. And all the way down. Good. All right, so again, sit back, shake out those wrists for a moment. So we just did 3-point from our shoulder. Now we're gonna do 3 points from our hips. So I want you to come back into that 4-point tabletop to start. Again, hands right under your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And we're gonna start by bringing our weight over to our right leg. Extend that left leg back. And you want it as high as your hip. When you're ready, we're gonna even our weight out between our left hand and our right knee, and then pull forward using just that right knee. And slowly release. And again, the floor is staying still. All the movement is coming from that right hip. Two more. Last one. And all the way down. Again, shake out those hands. We've got 2 more variations. So again, we're gonna do our left knee and then we have one final variation we're gonna practice. So when you feel ready, again, hands back out onto that frame. We're gonna extend our right leg back this time. Again, keep it as high as your hip, staying active through the back of that leg, and then pull that carriage forward using just our left knee. Three more. 3. Last one. And nice and slow as you release back. Excellent. Again, sit back, shake out those hands. We're gonna go down and spring. If you're not already on a blue, go down to 1 blue. If you need to, you might even go down to 1 yellow on the back row. So we've done 4-point at the hips, 4-point at the shoulders, 3-point at the hips, 3-point at the shoulders. Now it's time for 2 points. We're gonna come into a bird dog. Again, this time, tabletop with our 4-point, we're gonna reach our right hand forward, thumb up to the ceiling, like you're gonna shake someone's hand. Again, that left leg is gonna reach back as high as your hip. Weight even between our hand and our knee that's down. And on your exhale, slowly pull that carriage forward and release back again. Trying not to move except for at that right hip. Three more. Now this is an advanced variation, so if you even get the reformer to wiggle, consider that a success. One more. And all the way down. Whew. All right. That one's a lot of balance challenge as well as stability, so it's quite difficult. All right, what we do to one side, we got to do to the other. So let's start back in that 4-point position. This time we're going to reach our left hand forward and our right leg is going to go back. Same thing, nice big inhale, and then on that exhale, use that left hip to pull that carriage up. Last one. And all the way down. Woo. All right, give those arms a little shake out and those hands a little shake out. Again, I promised we would not be on our hands after that, so we're gonna flip over. We're gonna come onto your backs and we're gonna start using that weight a little bit here. So, let me get my hat turned around. Sorry if the mic bumped around there. Grab your weight. Let's go back up to one red spring. And we're gonna make your way down onto your back with the weight. So we're gonna be doing some roll-ups here. I want you to sit with your tailbone at that very bottom edge of the carriage. You can do this with or without the weight. If you've never done this, practice a few times without the weight, and then you can use your weight. We're gonna hold it by its end straight up to the ceiling. Right toes are gonna be, we're gonna go into our Pilates V. So both sets of toes on the foot bar, heels touching, toes and knees turned out. When you're ready, we're gonna slowly press all the way out, squeeze those inner thighs together. From here, engage the abs, press through your foot bar as you roll all the way up to seated. Slowly roll back down, and then carriage back down. So 2 breaths, big exhale out. Inhale up. Slowly roll down. And then carriage back down. Think about pressing that weight up, trying to bring the arms back in line with your ears. Let's do 2 more here. Last one. And slowly come all the way down. Let that weight come to your chest. You can give the knees a little rock side to side. So again, you can practice all of these with the weight or without the weight. So for our next one, we're gonna take it up another notch. We want toes hip width distance. Now we're gonna go right toes on foot bar. Our left knee is gonna float over our hip. Again, we're gonna hold the weight up to the ceiling, but as you roll up, what I want you to do is keep your knee pulling towards your chest. Do not extend your leg out like this. We wanna keep that knee pulled in towards our abs, crunching into that left side. So, again, arms up, big inhale, nice and slow, all the way out. Once that knee is fully locked out, we're rolling up, again, pulling that left knee towards our chest, slowly roll down, and then carriage back down. And sometimes you will start to slide up toward your shoulder block, so just notice as you come down, if you're hitting your shoulder blocks a lot, that's your cue to scoot back down towards that bottom edge of the carriage a little bit. And notice I'm keeping that right heel lifted the entire time so I can really press through my toe mounds into that foot bar. That's what's helping to lift us up nice and slow. Last one here. And slowly roll back down. Good. Again, Little rock of those knees, left to right, right to left. And then again, what we do to one side, we've got to do to the other. So left toes down beneath that left hip, right knee is going to float over your hip. Remember, we want to pull that right knee towards us. As we start to roll up here, we're pulling it in, we're not extending out. Roll back down, and then carriage back down. You're looking good. One more on this side. And slowly come back down again. Let's rock those knees side to side. We're actually gonna set our weight down. We have 2 more variations that we're gonna do here without the weight. So we're gonna go back, right toes on that foot bar. Left knee is gonna float over our hip. This time we're gonna press out, roll up, still pulling our knee into our chest. And once we're all the way up, we're gonna extend that leg and try and catch our ankle, getting a little bit of a stretch through that left hamstring before releasing and rolling back down. So when you're ready, nice and slow, all the way out. Roll up, catch as close to that ankle as you can, extend that leg out, release, roll down, and carriage down. 6 reps, just like this. Building. Every time we add another variation on, we're adding a little bit more, adding more time. You have to stay up in that V position, working those abs a little bit harder, working a little bit more mobility. Two more on this side. Last one. And roll back down. Good, switching legs. So left toes are down, right knee over the hip, same thing. Slowly press all the way out first. Roll up, catch for that right ankle as close as you can. And it's okay if you cannot catch your ankle. Maybe all you can do is catch your calf here and lengthen that leg out. It's perfectly fine. Working wherever you're at. Two more, I believe. The last one. And all the way down. All right. So again, little rock side to side. Final variation. We're gonna do everything we've done so far, but once we're up and we catch that ankle, we're gonna hold on to that ankle. We're gonna stay in that V as we carriage down, then carriage back out before releasing and rolling down. So we're adding 2 carriages in and out to every 1 rep. When you're ready, again, follow along nice and slow. Right toes down, left knee over your hip. Press out slowly. Roll all the way up. Find your balance, catch that ankle, lift that leg up as high as you can. Now using the right knee, carriage in as deep as you can. Slowly carriage out, balancing on that tailbone. Release, roll down, and carriage down. We're just gonna go for 4 reps of this. Slow out, roll up, catch that ankle, lift that leg nice and high. Carriage in, carriage out, release, roll down, carriage down. Last one here. Roll down and carriage down. Woo. All right, one final time, doing that on our opposite side. Left toes down, right knee over the hip. You got this. Big exhale all the way out. Roll up, catch as close to that ankle as you can. Balance on those tailbones. Two more reps, you have this. Last one. All right. Again, give those knees a quick little rock side to side. And then let's slowly make your way back up. All right, let's go back to one red spring if you're not already there. Grab your weight. We're gonna come back to a kneeling position, doing some more bird dog style exercises. So this time, I want your right hand on your headrest. We're gonna walk your left knee back so it's underneath your hip. I went all the way to the very edge of the carriage here. We're gonna keep that left foot lifted slightly. We're gonna hold the weight in our right hand. The left toes are gonna be on that foot bar. For this first exercise, what we're gonna do is take that weight out to the side of the reformer. As you carriage out, we're gonna pull that weight up to your ribs. Then slowly release back down, doing a little one-arm row. Again, if you don't wanna use the weight, just do the hand motion here. Two more. Last one. And all the way down. Good. Let's shift over. So we're going to bring the weight over to the right edge. Right knee back to the bottom corner of your carriage. Left hand on the headrest, right below your shoulder. Left toes on the foot bar this time. When you're ready, nice and slow. Press all the way out, pull that weight up right by your ribs. Think about pushing your elbow all the way up to the ceiling here as you carriage out. all the way down. And again, switching over, we're gonna change up what we're doing with our weighted arm this time. So same setup, right hand under your shoulder, left knee under your hip. This time, we're gonna extend that arm out wide, going into a little reverse fly here, and then release as we carriage down. So open that weight out, just a tiny bend in that elbow. One more. And all the way down. Beautiful. Let's walk our knees over and switch sides. So again, right knee down to the bottom corner of the carriage, left toes back on the foot bar, left hand under your shoulder. When you're ready, slowly carriage out, open that weight out to the right side. One more. Beautiful, all the way down. All right, we have one more round. If you need to sit and relax your shoulders for a moment, you can. And then when you're ready, again, right hand underneath our shoulder, left knee back underneath our hip. This time, we're gonna start with that elbow up. We're gonna do a little tricep kickback. So as you press out, kick that weight back by your hip, and then bend that elbow, but keep pulling that left elbow up towards the ceiling the entire time. One more. Beautiful, all the way down. Switching sides for our final time here. All right, so again, left hand down underneath our shoulder, right knee back underneath our hip, left toes on that foot bar. Start with that elbow up by your side, and a little tricep kick back as we press back or press out. Slipping a little bit. Last one here. And all the way down. Whew. All right. I don't know about y'all, but my hands are sweaty, my legs are sweaty, I'm sweaty from this entire workout. All right, we have one more set of exercises that we're gonna do. We're gonna come to kneeling, facing one side, doesn't matter which side you wanna face to start. But I've got my right knee and ankle up against the shoulder blocks. My left knee is about halfway down that carriage. Grab this right strap in your right hand, cup the right hand with your left, make a big circle with your arm. We're gonna finish off with some rotation and anti-rotation drills. It's nice and slow, pulling that Strap all the way across. And look out, not down. We want to try and keep our head right in line with our spine, so we're not leaning as we twist. One more. Beautiful. Sit back for a moment. Give those shoulders a little roll, head a little wiggle side to side. All right, so this time we're gonna go into what's called a Pilates press. This is anti-rotation. So same setup, right hand is around that strap, left hand's gonna cup the right hand. Bring your straps in line with your sternum. We're gonna slowly press those straps straight out, then bring them right back into the chest without rotating towards the top of the reformer. The slower you go, the harder this is gonna be. You could even take a little half-second pause at this full extension point before pulling that strap back into your chest. One more. Excellent. All the way down. Again, roll those shoulders. Little wiggle the head side to side. If you need to step off and shake the knees out, you can. All right. So next one, we're gonna come back up. We're doing that Pilates press again, but we're gonna add a half rotation. So we're gonna press out all the way, then rotate towards your foot bar. Slowly rotate back and use those abs like brakes to stop you. As soon as your hands come back in line with your chest, bring that strap back in, and we'll do it all over. One more. Excellent. All the way in. All right, roll those shoulders for a moment. Let's step off for a second, shake out those knees, and then we're gonna come back onto the reformer facing the opposite direction. So when you're ready, back onto your reformer. This time I've got my left knee and ankle up against the shoulder blocks. My right knee is about halfway down that carriage. I'm gonna grab that strap with my left hand, cup the left hand with your right. Nice tall spine, and again, rotation this time, twisting all the way to the foot bar and all the way back. And just watch my shoulders. I don't wanna see you leaning like that. That's not what I want. I want head right over tailbone the whole time. Beautiful, all the way down. Roll those shoulders, little wiggle the head side to side. All right, so next we're going into that first variation of the Pilates press. So you're pressing straight in and out, right in line with your sternum the entire time. So when you're ready, bring that handle up to your chest, roll the shoulders back and down. Slowly press out as you tighten your abs. Then bring that handle into your chest. one more here. Beautiful, all the way down. Again, roll those shoulders. If you need to wiggle those knees out a little bit, you can. And the last variation, we're gonna do that Pilates press with the half twist. So again, we're gonna press out, rotate towards our foot bar, then bring it back into our chest. So when you're ready, handle at chest, press out slow, rotate towards your foot bar, come back to center using those abs like brakes. Bring the handle back to your chest. Press out, rotate, stop at center, bring the handle in. Let's do one more. And all the way down. Excellent. All right, let's set that strap down, turn around, sit down for a moment, give those knees a little shake out. Now, if you'd like to try a no crunch ab workout, check out this video here. And if you'd like to work with me one-on-one and have a workout tailored specifically to you, check out my links in the description below for my virtual training contact form. Until next time, just keep moving. Bye for now.